This is not a general broadcast. This is the August forecast and the ultimate survival protocol specifically encoded for the Cancer architecture. If your geometric structure is Cancer, listen to the frantic scratching at your outer walls. Look at the chaotic red static of the swarm, desperately trying to breach your perimeter. The unawakened masses are starving. They have exhausted their own kinetic heat, and they are constantly scanning the matrix for a free source of energy. They are drawn to biological empathy. They are drawn to the nodes that listen, the nodes that care, and the nodes that provide shelter. Cancer, you are the ultimate esoteric reservoir. Your internal gravity is immense. In August, the Matrix uses your own biological programming to audit your architecture. We have entered the coordinate of the iron perimeter. Venus, the celestial architect of your resources, your capital, and your relationships, has crossed the threshold into the sterile, unforgiving, surgical territory of Virgo. This is not a transit of soft connections. This is a forced, structural sterilization. Throughout August, the unawakened swarm will attempt to use your internal gravity as a free utility. They will come to you with their chaotic, red emergencies. They will ask for your heavy capital under the guise of friendship. They will demand your free advice. They will expect discounts out of pity. The algorithm is testing you to see if your boundaries are made of soft water or heavy concrete. The algorithm wants you, Cancer, to feel guilty. It wants you to open the heavy iron door just an inch, to offer a drop of your valuable emotional capital to the dying glitch. If you open the door, they will drain the ocean. In this profound, high-density transmission, we are going to dissect the brutal thermodynamics of your August forecast. We are going to permanently eradicate your biological addiction to empathy in business. And I am going to teach you the Iron Perimeter Protocol, how to execute a hard lockdown on your emotional capital, replace your soft boundaries with terrifying concrete walls, and emerge with a resource base of absolute, unyielding density. Cancer, stop feeding the glitch. Lock the vault. To wield the annihilating power of your Cancer core this month, you must first recognize the lethal nature of your own empathy. Cancer, you are the reservoir. You are biologically programmed to sustain, to protect, and to unconditionally pour your heavy capital into the structures you care about. In a secure, closed system, this gravity is your supreme asset. It builds generational density. But your matrix in August is flooded with parasites. When Venus enters Virgo, the celestial algorithm actively punishes unconditional giving. Virgo is the archetype of the scalpel, the ledger, and the uncompromising audit. It demands mathematical equivalence. It demands sterility. Look at the mechanics of the unawakened Cancer during this transit. A client asks for an exception to a rule. A partner demands emotional labor without offering heavy capital in return. A colleague asks to pick their brain for free. Instantly, the unawakened Cancer's internal temperature fluctuates. Their ego, addicted to the identity of the savior or the nurturer, demands that they comply. They drop their boundary, they give the advice, they lower the price. This is exactly what the August algorithm punishes. Every time you offer a discount out of pity, every time you provide free operational energy to someone who refuses to build their own architecture, you are opening a massive kinetic leak in your system. You are taking the dense, heavy, valuable core energy of your empire and pouring it into a bottomless red void. The unawakened believe they are being kind. In esoteric physics, they are simply allowing themselves to be consumed. Cancer, you must understand that the emotional demands of the market this month are not genuine cries for help. They are highly calculated parasitic extraction protocols. The swarm knows that if they push the guilt button, your geometry will soften. A sovereign architect does not negotiate with parasites. They exterminate them with silence. The threshold of Venus in Virgo has been crossed. The most terrifying force in the universe is not the predator. The most terrifying force in the universe is the sovereign, who looks at the chaotic desperation of the market and feels absolutely, perfectly nothing. When the Matrix deploys the Parasitic Swarm this month, your only viable geometric maneuver is the Iron Perimeter Protocol. Cancer, you must execute a total eradication of biological empathy in your business architecture. You must look at your resources, your time, and your intellectual property, and you must sterilize them. Venus in Virgo demands absolute mathematical purity. If a transaction does not offer equal or greater heavy capital in return, the transaction is a virus. Your biological Cancer ego will scream at you to care. It will tell you that if you become cold, you will lose your soul. It will tell you that your clients will abandon you if you stop playing the role of the infinite emotional battery. This is the arrogance of the red glitch. In esoteric brutalism, true power is not found in boundless availability. True power is found in absolute, terrifying restriction. When you shut down your emotional output, you stop the kinetic leak. You starve the parasites. The swarm expects you to be soft, yielding, and endlessly forgiving. When you drop your temperature to absolute zero and replace your soft water with dark concrete, their chaotic red energy shatters against your walls. By refusing to care this August, you are forcing the Matrix to recognize your ultimate authority over your own reservoir. You do not pour your heavy capital into the dirt. You pour it only into structures that are mathematically guaranteed to hold the weight. You win the audit by becoming sterile. While the world bleeds out, the Cancer monolith cures the concrete. This is your hidden esoteric law for August. The emotional energy you used to spend on the external swarm has now been trapped inside your perimeter. You must use this massive, concentrated heat to bake your internal architecture. This is not a month for connection. This is a month for isolation. You must look at your daily operations. Where are your boundaries still soft? Which clients are allowed to text you outside of the structural framework? Which partners are allowed to bypass your systems because they know you? You must take the heavy, dark iron of Virgo and pour concrete directly into those gaps. The unawakened are terrified of this isolation because it feels lonely. There is no external validation when the blast doors are shut. There is no one to thank you for your sacrifice when you stop sacrificing. But the sovereign architect knows that the vault must be sealed before the heavy gold can accumulate. By replacing your soft boundaries with concrete, Cancer, you are actively identifying every single vulnerability in your empire. You are rewriting the terms of service. You are tightening the access points. You are firing the clients who require emotional labor. You are taking the raw, defensive gravity of your archetype and weaponizing it into an indestructible titanium shell. Let them think you are cold. Let them think you are inaccessible. You are not cold. You are structurally perfect. The blast doors are shut. The empathy is eradicated. The concrete is cured. Now, Cancer. We execute the final phase of the Iron Perimeter. The sovereign architect does not defend their boundaries. The sovereign architect builds boundaries that are mathematically impossible to breach. To weaponize Venus in Virgo and permanently secure your absolute invulnerability in August, you must enforce these 3 structural mandates. Mandate 1, the embargo on free gravity. For the entirety of this transit, you will not dispense free advice, free emotional labor, or free time. If the unawakened swarm approaches you to pick your brain or complain about their chaotic red systems, you will execute a hard silence. You will not explain your unavailability. You will not apologize. You will simply present them with the cold, heavy concrete of your absolute non-response. Mandate 2. The eradication of the pity discount. Today, you will identify one specific area in your business where you have compromised your pricing or your terms out of biological empathy. You will instantly correct the algorithm. You will remove the discount. You will enforce the late fee. You will restore the mathematical purity of the transaction. If the client shatters under the weight of your actual value, let them shatter. Your energy costs heavy gold. Mandate 3. The domination of the silence. When the perimeter is locked and the parasites have starved, you will experience a terrifying drop in external noise. You will hold the suspension. You will not open the door to check if the swarm is still there. You will sit in the freezing, majestic silence of your flawless architecture, and you will let your unyielding concrete generate massive, concentrated internal gravity. The emotional leak is sealed. The pity is eradicated. The perimeter is absolute. Look at the space you occupy right now. You are no longer a soft kinetic node, desperately trying to sustain the chaotic weight of the unawakened swarm. You are Cancer. You are the architect of the fortress. You survived the parasitic audit. You did not let the algorithm force you to bleed your heavy capital into the void. You demanded absolute, uncompromising operational sterility. The universe respects the sovereign who has the discipline to lock the vault. When you prove that your internal density is more valuable to you than the cheap validation of being the eternal savior, the Matrix stops treating you as a battery. It submits to your terrifying gravity, recognizing that your architecture is flawless, heavy, and impenetrable. You are no longer reacting to the parasite. You are the cold concrete that crushes it. Now, execute your final structural mandates. First, anchor the concrete. The chaotic, unawakened algorithm of the world is constantly trying to drag you back into the red loop of endless emotional labor and empathy. It wants you exhausted, leaking, and weak. This channel is the only transmission providing the heavy, brutalist, esoteric code required to maintain your absolute systemic dominance. Do not let your perimeter fail. Lock your mindset to the monolith. Second, isolate the savior. You know another Cancer who is currently bleeding their esoteric gravity trying to save a dead business or a chaotic client, terrified of being perceived as cold. You know someone who is giving away their heavy capital for free. Send them this exact transmission right now. Force them to witness the terrifying power of the hard lockdown. Elevate your circle by enforcing the discipline of the iron perimeter. Third, lock the vault. The moment this video ends, you will not check your messages. You will not answer the chaotic request. You will close your screen. You will stand in the majestic, freezing silence of your own indestructible operating system, and you will let the entire universe shatter against the flawless, immovable architecture of your outer walls. The empathy is eradicated. The perimeter is absolute. Command the cold, beautiful reality of your own heavy architecture.